the fighting game community, a video game community where I grew up with for almost 10 years to where I am today. Things has a lot changed from when I started and has evolved since. From seeing the old veterans to newcomers to the scene, the FGC keeps growing from old games we play to the new ones. The real question is how the FGC evolved through the decade from when I started. I'm JDR and I'm going to give you a video about players' experience in the FGC.
My name is Jamal Smith. My player name is Reno Dude. I am male. I go by he, him.
My full name is Connor Gibson. I go by CG within the FGC, which is just, it's my initials. And I go by he, him.
Name's Susie. I go to tournaments as Red Mage Susie. Preferred pronouns she, her.
I got into the FGC working at a facility in Oakland called Esports Arena. I was one of the staff members there for a very long time before moving up to assistant manager. And the whole time I was there, every Wednesday, this event called Wednesday Night Fights would happen. And, you were there, and a lot of the other people from the Level Up crew were there, and getting to talk to those people and watch other games get played is kind of what got me into it.
My first exposure to it, I guess, was looking at replays of Sonic Fox in MKX.
I had some friends who were really into fighting games, and so I kind of got into it a bit more through them, and that's how I started going to FGC events and tournaments.
Well, at the time, I was going to start school again, and I was looking for another hobby to have outside of soccer or something, and I'd started getting a little bit more competitive in fighting games thanks to Dragon Ball FighterZ.
It was just fun to watch and compete and watch some more, and also, hang out with friends, make new friends. So I'd say that'd be the strongest thing getting me going there to start.
I have been a TO, I have been a player, and I have been a streamer, a commentator. I have been all over the place as far as the fighting game community goes.
The reason I play Under Night In-Birth is, for one thing, I like the cast of characters and I like the community the game has, and specifically about the game, I like the pace of it a lot, and I like the system mechanics a lot.
I don't do any TOing. I don't do any type of volunteers or anything, volunteer work or anything like that. I mostly just go to events to socialize and hang out with people.
While I was experiencing with many different fighting games, I noticed that the player base seems to either grows or drops depending on the community's initiative and passion. So I asked some players on how to bring the hype back up for their respective games.
I got this idea from you, and thank you. We've evolved it since, but we had the ratio tournament, which kind of incentivizes players to start picking up new characters.
Big team tournaments, exhibitions, stuff like that with big name players is what really drives the casual scene and the competitive scene to kind of come together and watch.
If there are people who are passionate about a game and can keep supporting it or running events or doing whatnot, that can definitely keep a game going viable for years.
Ever since the pandemic hit last year, most of the community transitioned into online play where players play online. However, the thing about online play is the netcode has to be good for both players to play well. This is where players started to stop playing matches because of bad online play due to different regions' connection. This is where the term rollback netcode became a trend since last year.
But rollback netcode is an improved version of online play. It basically tries its best to keep both players on the same screens.
A good net play environment means that players can improve and have fun and play with anyone they want without having to worry about region restrictions, and so it opens up a lot of community who were previously separated because they can't play on good connections with each other, and it's just good in general for also people who want to run online tournaments because they don't have a local scene.
Guilty Gear Accent Core Plus R that had a massive tournament just recently.
Yeah.
Because people want to play games that they can actually play online. They want whatever they're doing to translate well online.
Now that most players enter some of their experience within the FGC, the last questions discuss about their experience in the FGC today and how can we make the community better.
And I think the number one thing that I would push when it comes to making events better is safety.
There should be a lot more like TOs holding people accountable for what happens at their events, what happens in the community, to like be able to welcome everyone.
Doesn't matter how good you are, or how enjoyable it is to watch you play, it shouldn't come at the cost of others people's safety and well-being, and then they're feeling like they can't be included in these spaces.
Overall, with these players about their experiences in the FGC, it's really important to not just have fun, compete, and hang out with everyone, but to provide safety within the community. I think it's important to understand it in the future. Make sure you have fun and always be safe. And keep on playing.